Just like this. Okay. Hello, everyone.
Hello. Good morning.
Wow.
We have Elenia, who is right there on the ball. Perfect. Good morning, Elenia.
Very, very quick. Good morning, everyone.
How are you guys today?
Yeah, how are you? We're a little sleepy, I think, today.
Yes. It's a strange period, but we're okay. We're doing good.
Yeah, we've got our water, so we're happy about that.
Hi, Benedetta. Welcome to the stream.
Great. I think both of you were in streams yesterday as well. Yeah, I think they were.
Yes,
which is really, really nice.
Good
so
to
if
see
you don't know us, we've got myself, Alex, and
I'm Emily. Alex, do you want to say quickly where you come from?
Yeah, sure. I come from the southwest of England, in the countryside, lots of cows.
Beautiful.
And sheep.
Very nice.
And how about you, Emily? Where are you from?
I come from England. I come from a city called Leicester, which is famous for the football.
Exactly.
The football team was very famous a couple of years ago. Hi, Lisa. Good morning.
Hi, Lisa.
Yes, so I come from quite a big city, maybe similar to Bologna as a size of city, I think.
Hi, Arianna.
Hi.
Fun fact, neither Emily or myself knew each other before coming to Bologna and working at my English school, but we actually went to the same university.
Yes. We went to the University of Hull, which is in the north of England. How would you describe Hull, Alex, as a city?
The city center is nice. It's got some old architecture as well. It's relatively beautiful. They've even got a very nice aquarium.
Yeah, very famous aquarium.
Is it the deepest?
The deep.
But is it the deepest aquarium? Okay. It is called
world.
the Deep.
I don't know, but it's. I know it's very famous. It's very modern and high tech, as far as an aquarium is concerned. Hi, Nympha.
I wouldn't recommend going to Hull either way.
Yeah, maybe for a day if you're passing.
Yeah, exactly. If you're passing,
but not for a holiday, maybe.
No, not at all.
Yeah, but it's a good city for students, I think.
Yeah, it's a good student city. Exactly. Okay, guys. So today we have a focus all about geography. As you can see.
Excellent. So do you want to let us know in the comments box if you like geography, if you're interested in geography? So, for example, at school, was it one of your favorite subjects? Was it a subject that you didn't like? So yeah, let us know in the comments if you like geography or if you preferred other subjects at school. What about you, Alex? Did you enjoy geography at school?
I did like geography. I only studied it until I was 14, I think. Yeah, but it was quite fun. We created I remember my favorite lesson was we created a mini volcano that actually erupted.
Okay.
Which was very, very cool.
A functioning volcano.
Yeah, a functioning volcano. How about you, Emily? Did you like it?
Yes, I wouldn't say it was my favorite subject. I would say maybe I didn't mind geography. It was okay. It was in the middle of my preferences. Depends on the subject and what we were studying. So maybe things like volcanoes or natural things were very interesting. Other parts, maybe remembering a lot of names, a lot of details was not so interesting.
Yeah. There were lots of facts and figures.
Yeah. So I would say I didn't mind it, but I didn't really like it particularly. Okay.
So yeah, Benedetta says that she liked geography very much.
Excellent. Elenia too.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah, Elenia as well. And Nancy says that her favorite subject was grammar.
Okay. Wow. Very difficult subject, grammar sometimes.
Yeah. Do we study grammar in England?
No, not so much. No. At school, maybe at primary school, we studied things like adjectives, nouns, the basics, but I think in England we don't really study a lot. Maybe not as much as in Italian, I think.
No, we focus a lot of time on spelling.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of time on spelling.
Yeah, spelling tests every week. Because as you guys
did.
know, English spelling is not simple.
No. But you're doing a great job in the comments, guys, this morning.
Yeah, very impressed.
Good job.
Filippo likes geography.
So hi, Filippo. And
Welcome.
Ariana also says, at school there were 2 teams. Remember, we have 2 teams, so it's plural. So there were 2 teams. One for story.
Okay.
What do you think? What is story?
Say story is more something like Harry Potter, for example, maybe something, a fantasy story, something imagined. For the subject, Definitely. What would we use?
It begins with an H. Let's see if anyone gets it. And one for geography. So Ariana preferred geography. Wow, okay. It sounds like we've got a good mix of students.
Yeah, lots of people like geography this morning. I'm impressed.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully they have a lot more knowledge than we do about geography. They can help us.
Definitely.
Help us as we go.
Definitely. So we wouldn't say story, we would say dun, 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 dun. Fantastic.
History, perfect.
Great job, Benedetta and Filippo. Very good.
Perfect.
So that's the subject that we study at school, is history.
Yeah, the history of the civilizations, the Roman Empire, for example.
Yeah. Wait, did you study the Roman Empire? I was fascinated with the Roman Empire.
I loved the Roman Empire. I remember we studied it at primary school. So we studied it in quite a creative way, I remember, making lots of pictures. Yeah, so I enjoyed it.
Ooh,
Latin literature. Wow.
Wow.
Interesting.
Not easy.
Yeah. Is Latin something that you studied, Alex? Did you ever study Latin? No, me neither.
I didn't study Latin. My dad, he was the department head of classics at his school. So he taught Latin and ancient Greek.
Excellent.
But he didn't pass that on to me.
No, he didn't inherit the Latin gene.
No. Now with Italian, I understand a little bit more.
Yeah.
Obviously. It helps if you study languages, but no, I've never studied Latin.
No, me neither.
It's only some private schools teach Latin.
Yeah, it's not really common in the UK.
Okay, so let's get into this and see what we're going to do today. So we have Emily.
Okay, in this focus activity, comparing geographic locations, superlatives, comparatives, and vocabulary.
Fantastic. Have you seen this map as well?
It's really cool. I don't know what the colors are.
No. I imagine that it's a Russian map. I imagine. It's got Cyrillic. It's a strange map, though.
Yeah, it's very nice.
I like collecting some maps online as well. I don't like geography particularly, but cartography, looking at the different maps from different parts of the world is really, really fascinating.
Yeah, they can be really beautifully designed as well.
Exactly. And it shows the world from a different perspective too.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So.
Chiara, don't worry. We're happy to have you.
Sorry for my late. Careful. Sorry.
So be careful. In English, late is the adjective. So I'm late. Sorry, I'm late. Perfect.
Exactly. Don't worry about being late or anything.
We're happy that you've joined us.
Very happy. Very happy. So to start, we have a quiz, a geography quiz. Can you read the first part, Emily?
Of course. Lake Baikal is the deepest lake in the world, 1,637 meters deep. It holds 20% of the world's fresh water. Lake Baikal is in...
Dun dun dun.
Does anybody know? Do you know, Alex?
I
any
don't
ideas?
know. It doesn't sound like it's an Italian lake because Baikal does not sound Latin at all.
Yes, I don't think it's British either. It's not in the UK.
No. It doesn't sound South American either.
Yeah.
Where is Lake Baikal?
Let's see how good their geography knowledge is.
Yeah, exactly. Where is Lake Baikal?
Without Google, obviously.
We have the second one as well in the meantime. The widest river in the world is the Amazon River in...
I think Benedetta has an idea. Russia.
Is it Russia?
Very good idea.
Shall we find out?
Sounds like a Russian name. It could be.
It does sound like a Russian name. Let's click and find out. Fantastic.
Yes, perfect.
Great
well done,
job,
Benedetta. Good knowledge.
Very, very good. Very, very good. Oh, nice. So we have Russia as well from Mariam and Valentina. Great job. Nancy is ahead of the curve as well, and she's talking about Brazil for Amazon. Yeah. But I don't think it's exclusive to Brazil.
Yeah, I think it's quite a long river.
It goes through Peru, I'm sure. I wonder what other country. I don't know.
No.
I don't know. And finally, the last question as well. Can you read that in the meantime?
The highest waterfall in the world is Angel Falls at 979 meters. It is located in... Okay, so here we have a waterfall, like in the picture.
Angel Falls.
Have you ever seen a waterfall, Alex? Have you ever been to visit?
I have. My last holiday was in Iceland, and it's full of waterfalls.
Excellent.
Full of waterfalls.
I bet they're very beautiful as well.
Very, very beautiful. You drive on the road, and on the roadside, you just see waterfall after waterfall. It's beautiful. Oh, look, I think Valentina has corrected the spelling.
Maybe it should be a J.
Yeah, Baikal.
Very good.
Good job, Valentina. You study Russian? Maybe she does.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Excellent. Venezuela?
Venezuela for number 3, I think, right? So let's find out about the Amazon River. South America.
Yeah, it's very generic, but definitely in Brazil, I think you would find it.
Yeah, definitely in Brazil. And finally, Angel Falls.
Venezuela. Excellent.
Venezuela. Very good. So good job, Ilenia. Good job, Valentina. Really, really good.
Well done. I'm very impressed by the geography knowledge.
Yeah. Yes. So I imagine it's not Angel Falls, but Angel Falls.
Maybe this is the British translation, the English translation.
I imagine. Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
Or maybe it has a completely different name. Who knows?
Maybe it does. Who knows? Let's find out if we have any Venezuelans in the chat. Okay. Shall we move on?
Yes. Sounds good.
Okay. Emily.
Okay. So here we have some different geographic locations. We have a valley, a river, a desert, an island, a canyon, a lake, mountains, and cliffs. So we want to see if you guys can match the name of the feature to the picture. Okay, so let's start with picture A. Can you guys tell us what is picture A? Which of these features? Can you describe the picture to us, Alex? What can we see?
Yes, it looks... Good job, Valentina. It's the next language. Good luck with Russian.
Mm.
I think it's difficult.
A valley. Perfect, Benedetta.
Really
Yeah.
good.
This one is a
Oh,
valley.
great. We've got a lot of good answers. So well done, Benedetta. Well done, Ilenia. Well done, Chiara.
Excellent.
Very good. That's a valley. So it looks like we have a valley with, is that a town or a village in the distance?
Yeah, there's maybe a village behind. Yeah, it's very beautiful, very green.
How do we say that, Emily, when we can see something on the edge, on the limit?
On the horizon or in the distance.
On the horizon or in the distance.
Yeah, in the distance. Perfect.
Very good, Beatrice, as well. Great job. So yes.
Excellent.
A is a valley.
Perfect. And
Ooh,
letter
we've got Nancy
B.
ahead. B
Okay.
should be good. It looks like a very rocky top of the world.
You can see some snow as well.
Do you like mountains?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Very good, Ilenia.
I like mountains. I'm a little bit lazy, so I don't
Chiara.
like climbing the mountain. But I think they're very beautiful.
It's difficult. It's difficult. Remember, guys, for pronunciation of this, we have a lot of students who mispronounce this and have the vowels very, very open. So like a mountain, we don't do this. If we have T-A-I-N, it's very closed. For example.
Mountain.
Very good.
Mountain. So it's almost like we missed the A.
Exactly.
Mountain.
Very, very closed. So mountain, turn. Repeat, turn. This is the same as well. So we live in Bologna, and in the center, we have a very famous
fountain.
Fountain. Same spelling. So same pronunciation.
The Fountain of Nettuno.
Exactly.
Neptune.
Nancy is doing all of them.
Wow, very impressed. Okay, let's move forward.
as well.
Okay.
Okay, so definitely a
picture
mountain.
C.
What is picture C?
I think Nympha has it. A lake.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's a lake.
So mountains, and letter C is a lake. Beautiful.
Yep.
Letter D. Have anyone?
What is
D?
Nancy?
Nancy.
Ooh, Nancy. Nancy, very good. That's an island.
Island. Good. E.
How about E? It
Be
looks
careful.
very hot.
Be careful with spelling here. Notice we have one S.
Yeah.
If I have two S's, what does it mean, Alex, if I say dessert with two S's?
It means cheesecake, tiramisu, something
lovely.
yummy, something tasty.
Something sweet,
It's
usually.
food. Exactly.
Yeah.
Food. So how do we pronounce this?
So I can see Ilenia has it right.
Very good.
Ariana.
Yeah. A lot of people. Look at this. Very good job, guys.
Desert.
So that's a desert.
Not dessert. Desert.
But desert. Careful, Ilenia, with the spelling.
Dessert is maybe nicer than a desert, but not very good for geography.
Very good, Beatrice, as well. Oh, we have Nancy as well for F.
Wow, impressed.
That is a cliff.
Yeah. What's the difference, Alex, between a cliff and a mountain? Can you explain? Because they look quite similar.
They do look quite similar, actually. So a cliff typically is at the sea. Typically, you can get cliffs inland as well, but it's a precipice. So it's the edge. If you keep on, you walk, and then you fall off the cliff. It's completely, it just goes boom, down.
Yeah.
It's a drop. A mountain is more like a triangle, if you want to think of it like that, like this, or a pyramid. But a cliff, you can't climb a cliff easily. You can climb a mountain relatively easily if you have the energy.
If you climb a cliff, you have to be vertical.
Exactly.
the whole
Oh,
time.
nice, Ilenia. So yes, cliffs are over the sea as well. You see a lot of them.
In England, we have the famous Cliffs of Dover, White Cliffs of Dover.
Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Good job, Valentina, as well. How about G? I think that's a famous cliff is in the sea. Yeah, it goes into the sea.
Excellent.
G?
G, I recognize the city.
Exactly.
The famous Italian city with a famous,
very famous
geographical feature.
Do you remember the name
of the city?
Of the river?
Of the river? Oh, is it the River Po? No.
Nope.
Do you remember the name?
I'm not going to get egg on my face at this
No.
point.
Was it the Arno? Job. Maybe it's the Arno.
Hey, I think so. Let's get confirmation from the Italians. So.
Yes, tell us what's the name of the river in picture G.
Fantastic, Ariana. So yes, it's a river. Yes, so the city is Florence. But what's the name of the river in Florence that goes through?
Yeah, no,
Fantastic. Okay.
Perfect. The second time lucky.
Thank God.
Okay.
I confirm I'm from Florence. Thank you, Benedetta.
Perfect. Thank you, Benedetta.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Okay. And we just have H, which is very, very difficult, obviously. We only have one left.
One option. Perfect. Thank you, Beatrice.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
So letter H is the canyon. Do we have any canyons in the UK, Alex? I don't know if we do.
I don't think so. We have gorges.
Which may be similar.
Not canyons. It's not big enough, I think.
I think of America when I think of canyons.
Yeah, definitely.
The Grand Canyon.
Definitely. Good job, Valentina. Thank you for the confirmation on the Arno.
Perfect.
And you're from Florence. Fantastic.
That's the people from Florence this morning.
Yeah. And yes, obviously H is canyon. I think of the Grand Canyon when I think of canyon.
Yeah, me too.
Exactly. Okay, so we've learned these. Now we're going to have a look at some opposites for adjectives.
These are very common adjectives when describing geography.
Exactly. So we can see, what do you think wide is the opposite of? Let's write that as well.
Yeah, what is the opposite of wide?
What's the
difference?
Very good job.
Very good, Nancy.
Very good job.
Wide and narrow.
Wide and narrow. Great.
Alex, do you want to tell us what's the difference between wide and large? Because this is something that gets confused quite a bit.
Yeah, so we have a lot of our students say that the street is very large. No, the street is very wide. When we are talking about this dimension, it's wide or narrow. Large is in every dimension, so it's big. If you think of clothes, typically we have 3 different types of clothing, right? So we have small, medium, and then large.
Yes.
Exactly. So it's every dimension. Also, if you go to fast food like McDonald's,
you can go large.
Yeah, you can get a large meal. It doesn't mean that the meal is large. It means that it's bigger in every dimension.
It's a synonym of big, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah. Whereas wide is more specific.
Exactly.
Yeah. Excellent.
Okay, great. So let's go for the next one. What's the opposite of deep?
I think Nancy is ahead of us. She's going very quickly.
Nancy is very, very quick.
Good.
So deep is shallow. Do you want to explain the difference? Yeah.
Yeah. So think of shallow is like when you're in the sea. When you go to the seaside, you go to the beach. When you enter the water, the water is very shallow. There's not much water. As you go further into the sea, the water gets deeper and deeper and deeper. So when we use deep or shallow, it's about how far down we go.
Exactly.
So shallow, you have a little, you go down a little bit, whereas deep, you go down a lot.
A lot.
Yeah,
maybe
we're talking
even
about going
at
down.
swimming pools. At swimming pools, there's a section generally for children that is the shallow end.
Yeah, the shallow end.
Exactly. For adults and people who can swim, you have the deep end of the swimming pool where you cannot touch the floor of the swimming pool.
Excellent.
Exactly, yes. Deep and shallow. And then
yeah.
High and low, fantastic. Very, very good. So, good. We can continue on that. So we've got the adjectives, but now we want to check what nouns, what geographical features can we describe with these different adjectives?
Yeah, and remember that deep and shallow, we're talking about going down, whereas high and low, we're talking about going up. Okay. So shall we start with valley, Alex?
Yeah.
So
There's
how
a very
can we
famous
describe? Yes. I can't remember the lyrics now, but yeah.
No mountain high.
So how can we describe a valley? Wide or narrow, deep and shallow, or high and low?
So remember, a valley is talking about this, right? It's
so
a
it's
vertical.
Going down.
Exactly. It's going down. So I would, a deep valley, a shallow valley. Why not? Let's have a look.
Do you want to show us the answers?
Definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, usually deep or shallow or wide or narrow, possibly.
Exactly. Here in Italy, you have a lot of pretty wide valleys here, but they're very deep as well. They're quite dramatic. Okay. Yes, very good.
A deep
so a valley
valley
can be wide or narrow. Great, Nancy. A deep valley, very good, Benedetta.
Yeah, just be careful, not high and low. Because as we said before, high and low is when you're going up, and a valley is down.
Exactly.
So yeah, not high and low for a valley.
Exactly. How about for a river? What can we use for a river? Is it going up? Does a river go up? Not really.
No.
A high river.
It goes into the ground.
It goes into the ground. So a deep river, a wide river. Really good, Chiara. A river is deep or shallow. Fantastic, Nancy. Great job. So yeah, it's the same as a valley.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Deep, yes, you can have deep river. How about a canyon? Again, are they going up or down? That's a good trick, Emily. That's a really good one.
Because it's difficult sometimes to decide if something is high or if something is deep. It depends if you're at the top or the bottom.
Yeah, it does.
I think generally, if we think about the level of the earth, and if it goes in, probably it's deep. If it goes above, it's high.
Let's find out for this one. It's interesting.
Yeah.
You're right. If I were at the bottom, I would say it's very high. But I guess it would be a cliff at that point.
Yes. Or a mountain.
Or a mountain.
Yeah. So again, a canyon is like a hole in the earth. It's like
exactly
something going down.
Yeah, wide canyon, definitely, Chiara. Yeah, and Valentina makes a good point. So a river can be a valley.
Yeah, it could be in a valley. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
Like maybe in the picture.
Yes.
Something similar, or in a canyon.
Ooh, Nancy is ahead of the curve again.
Mm-hmm.
So for lakes, we were talking about it a little before. What did we summarize, Emily?
Okay, theoretically, you could have a wide lake, but usually we talk about a lake as big or small, or maybe large, because it's not really a line. It's more a circle or an oval shape.
Exactly.
So yeah, we tend to say maybe it's big, it's small, it's large, rather than wide and narrow.
Yeah, if you said that you have a narrow lake, that's a river.
So yes, good point. Yeah,
it doesn't make too much sense. So probably just big, but of course we can have deep and shallow.
Yes.
How about mountains? Now you should be very good at this. So lake.
Are we going up or are we going down?
A canyon can be wide. Really good. Good modal verb as well, Valentina. Mountains are high.
Perfect.
Yes, they are.
So we're going up, away from the earth. So yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, very high.
So they're high. And what about cliffs? Are they going up or down?
This is an interesting question. Again, depends maybe if you're in the sea or if you're on the top of the cliff.
But we're definitely talking about the vertical aspect.
Yeah, we have sea level, and then.
Great.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to have high and low again. Great job, guys.
Yeah.
Very good.
Just remember, if it goes down, we're going to be talking about deep or shallow. If it goes up, high or low.
Exactly. Again, depends on perspective a little, but
yeah,
for the most part, yeah, cliffs are high. Very good, Nancy. Very good. Very good. Okay, let's get on with this. Oh, this is a nice one.
Yeah, let's hear about your towns and your cities.
Exactly. Tell us about your town. That's what we want you to talk about. Should be very nice.
And we have some questions to help you. So number one, how would you describe the streets in your city or hometown? Narrow or wide? So for example, in Bologna, I think.
In Bologna, we have a mix, don't we? We have some very wide main streets. So Via Indipendenza in the center is wide, very wide. Whereas we have some very small streets again, or alleys essentially.
Yeah. Ah, nice word, an alley.
An alley.
What is an alley, Alex?
Because we have different words for street in English. So it's not limited to road for cars and street for people, but different things. So we have a street is the generic one.
Yeah.
Street can be anything.
Multi-purpose.
Yeah. So if you have any doubts, street is good. But if we talk about a narrow street, we typically say alley for that.
Yeah.
I'll write that.
And usually when I think of an alley, it's not for cars. It's too narrow. There's no space for a car. So yeah, it's only for people, maybe.
For cars, yeah, definitely. It's usually quite dark as well, at least in England.
It's not a good place to walk at night, maybe.
If any of you have watched Harry Potter, they have that Diagon Alley. Is relatively narrow. You can't drive a car.
Yes. Usually in very historical places, they have alleys.
Exactly.
Before cars were very common.
What about a different name for a street? There's a very famous one from the Beatles as well. Penny Lane. There you go. What's very a lane? Nice.
A lane, I guess, is similar to an alley, but a little bit bigger. So maybe you could drive a car down a lane. but it's still quite small. I think often a lane doesn't really lead anywhere. It's not really connected to other roads. It finishes at some point.
Yeah. Also with lane, whereas with alley, I think about a city, especially a historical one. Lane is more in the countryside.
Yeah, country lane.
A little bit more open.
Yeah, an alley is kind of closed and dark.
Yeah. So maybe alley is closed and dark. Lane is open or more open. You can breathe.
Yes.
Open.
It's more pleasant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so we have some examples.
Some comments. Yeah. Good.
So Valentina says that, in Florence, we have some wide streets and some narrow ones. Exactly.
Good. Remember the S, narrow ones, because we're talking about streets in the plural.
Exactly. Okay. And we have Arianna says that her city is Milan and the streets are wide. They are wide. The adjective doesn't need to be pluralized.
Yeah, in English, the adjective is always the same.
Exactly.
Okay. What's the comparative of narrow? I think Arianna is ahead of the game.
That's a good question.
Do you guys know, how do we make a comparative? So for example, with narrow, how would I create a comparative?
We need to look at how many syllables, how many sounds are there in narrow.
Maybe some of you have done this before this week.
Narrow.
Been looking at comparatives. How can I change this to comparative?
A good one. For narrow. What is the comparative for narrow?
Or the comparative for wide, the opposite.
Yeah. We had Kendra yesterday. I did a lesson on comparatives again. And she had a very nice trick to find out about syllables, is putting your hand underneath your chin. And when you say narrow, it's each time that your chin goes down is a syllable. So na-row.
There's two syllables.
2 syllables.
Excellent.
And 2 syllables is the worst one.
Yeah.
Because it could be either.
It depends.
Oh, in the meantime, Benedetta has written something really nice about Florence. Can you read that?
Yeah, Florence has very narrow streets, so typical. In the periphery, there are some wide streets. Okay. The most important source of water is the Arno River, but it's dirty. There aren't any mountains or cliffs. Very good. Thank you. Very complete answer. Just be careful with the typical. We don't write it with an I, but we write it with a Y in English. Yeah, so T-Y-P. Typical. Excellent. Typical.
Yeah.
Good.
Let's have a look. So for the comparative, how would you make the comparative, Emily, for narrow? Would it be more narrow or narrower?
I think, as you said, 2 syllables is a little bit of a strange one. Usually we would add more. So more narrow than. But with narrow, I also think we could also say narrower is more. It's narrower.
I would say narrower.
Yeah.
Personally,
it's a little bit of an exception to the rule.
You choose.
Yeah, more narrow is fine.
Yep.
Wider, wide definitely needs to be wider, because it's 1 syllable. But narrow is a little bit of an exception, I think.
Exactly. So more narrow is fine, narrower than. We even have Benedetta and Michele. Hey, Michele, having wider, which is fantastic. That is the correct comparative. And we have Chiara, who's talking about her town. Most of the streets of my town are narrow. Remember, narrow is an adjective, so it's not plural. They are narrow, no S. Same with wide. So, but enough wide enough wide, invert. So, but wide enough. With
Perfect.
enough, we usually have the adjective and then enough. So wide enough for cars.
Yeah,
Very,
big
very
enough,
good description.
wide enough.
Though.
Very nice. Yeah, so guys, just remember, in English with an adjective, we don't need to pluralize. I know in Italian, you pluralize sometimes, but in English, we don't need it.
No,
it's not
you
necessary.
don't need it. It's an easy language, guys.
Yes.
Very
Less
easy.
things to change. Okay.
Ilenia. She has, can you read this, Emily?
I'm from Trieste, and the streets, especially in the old part, are narrow and uphill.
Way,
Nice.
fantastic.
Uphill. Perfect. Uphill or downhill. Perfect.
Yeah, very, very, very
nice.
good. We have Beatrice too, who says that Milano is a large city. The streets are large. The streets are wide.
Yeah. Large is in every dimension, remember? So, like the lake is large. Yeah.
And streets are very, very flat. They're very two-dimensional. So it's not large. It's wide, 2 dimensions. There is much traffic. There's a lot of traffic in all times of the day.
Okay, it's very busy.
It's all very day. Busy all day. Exactly. Yeah. Just all day.
You don't really need the time. All day. All day, every day.
The most important source of water is source of water singular or plural?
In this case, I think it's singular because we only have one.
Exactly.
One item.
The source of water is the hydroelectric power plant that is in the north of Lombardia.
So maybe it depends if it's one power plant or many.
Yeah, it depends.
Can you clarify, Beatrice? Is it one power plant or are we talking about more than one?
Exactly. Okay. Let us know. In the meantime, Nancy has also written.
Okay. In my city, the main street is wide and others are more narrow. The river is fresh. There are mountains, many valleys, but there aren't any cliffs.
Way,
nice.
That's
beautiful.
Fantastic. Really
beautiful
good.
Description. Very good.
Very, very good.
Oh, I'm really happy to hear about all of these different cities. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that Milan had the hydroelectric power plant.
No, me neither. Me neither. I know, to go off on a tangent on hydroelectric power plants, in the UK, we have a very unique hydroelectric power plant. We have a lake at the top of a mountain in Wales and a turbine that goes down the mountain to another lake at the bottom of the mountain. In England, we love tea and we use kettles to boil our water so it becomes hot. They release the water from the top lake all the way down, creating a lot of electricity for our kettles so that we can make tea.
Yes, I've seen some pictures. It's really amazing.
It's really amazing.
Yeah, you see all the water going down.
Exactly. That's all I know about hydroelectric power plants.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool. Good for the environment, I guess.
Very cool.
Very eco-friendly.
How are the streets in your city, hometown?
In Leicester?
Yeah.
In Leicester itself, in the city, they're quite wide because Leicester's quite a modern city. The historical center is quite small. So we do have an area of the city which is called the Lanes.
Nice.
Which is where you find like all of the interesting shops, the artisans, vintage shops, and that's a little bit more historical and a little bit narrower. But in general, the streets are very wide. It's very modern. Nice. What about you, Alex? In your
mine are all very narrow. I come from a village, so all of our streets are quite narrow. We've got a lot of country lanes where only one car can go at a time, so you don't have traffic in two directions.
Yeah, it's very difficult to drive on a country lane.
Yeah, you have
It'd be scary.
beep a lot for the corners.
Yeah. Excellent.
The important source of water, I have no idea.
Yeah. For me, I guess it's a lake. Leicester's in the middle of the UK. So we have a couple of lakes around. It's very flat. No mountains. No, not so many rivers, really. So yeah, I think first it would be fresh water.
Yeah, we have a river where I'm from, but it doesn't go through my village. The River Dart, which is very beautiful, but not very long.
Yeah.
It's quite wide, but still.
Do we want to talk quickly about a reservoir?
Ooh, that is a good thing.
When we talk about a source of water, we could say a lake, but we don't really drink the water from the lake.
No, we don't.
Usually. We usually have a man-made structure similar to a lake, which we call a reservoir, like in French, where they collect the water, and this water is sent to the houses, to the businesses for drinking or for using in the house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Again, it's a French word, so pronounce it relatively French, not reservoir. Reservoir. Okay. Yeah, so we typically don't get our drinking water from lakes. Usually we have reservoirs specifically for water. Okay. Good. Shall we move on to the next one?
Yes.
Because we have this text. Maybe you can start reading, Emily, and then I'll keep on.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so the US is the world's third largest country in size. It is 2 times larger than the European Union. Its geography is very diverse, and you can find everything from tropical islands in Hawaii and Florida to cliffs, canyons, and deserts in the southwest. Death Valley in California is deeper than the Grand Canyon. At 86 meters, it is the lowest point in the country. Denali in Alaska is the tallest mountain, 6,198 meters in the US and in North America. Crater Lake in Oregon is 589 meters deep, and it's also the 9th deepest lake in the world. The Mississippi River is the longest river in the US and the 4th longest river in the world. Wow. Lots of interesting information about the US.
Exactly. It's really, really fascinating. So what I want you to do is find the superlatives and comparatives in the text.
Remember, guys, we have 2 minutes left. So this is a bit of a race. Let's see who can do it the fastest.
2 minutes. 1 minute.
1 minute.
Because we can find, let's see who types the quickest. I didn't know about Alaska's tallest mountain.
No, neither did I.
That's very tall.
Very interesting.
6,000 meters.
Wow, I can't even imagine what that looks like. I have no reference point.
No. I mean, in the UK, we don't have very tall mountains, very high mountains.
No.
The tallest is Ben Nevis, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's only 1,300 meters or something.
Yeah, it's very small in comparison.
Very, very small. Shall we start going through and finding the superlative?
Yeah, let's go through.
So we have largest. We have, can you find any other superlatives, Emily?
We have tallest. Alaska is the tallest mountain.
Great. We also have lowest. Any others?
And the deepest and the longest.
And the longest. So all of these adjectives are short adjectives. Large, one syllable. And that's it.
Excellent.
How about, wow. Benedetta, Michele.
Really impressed. All of them. The ninth.
Yeah, I think Benedetta found all of them.
Excellent.
Michele found a lot of them too. Really, really good. Great job.
Good
So
job.
yes, we have all of these. Very, very good job.
Perfect. Okay.
That's about all that we have time for
Mm-hmm.
in this stream. But if you come back in 10 minutes, we will be back, both myself and Emily, for...
How are you feeling today?
How are you feeling?
So maybe in the meantime, you can think about how you're feeling and you can tell us in the next focus.
Okay. Very good, Beatrice, as well. Great job, guys. We'll see you in the next broadcast in a while. Bye.
Bye, guys.